SAP. So in case we want to start only individually, suppose I want to start ASS first. So then I want to start the remaining one. Then we can start it here. We can start it like this here. So but here you can see without starting the database, if you are starting the application, so it won't work here. It won't work here. So there is a so we need to check the what happened with the DB here. What happened with the database here. So let me see. So there is a HDB or HD1. Is it HD1? Mm-hmm. So it is started. So let me stop the DB. So SAP is not starting means the main thing we have to know DB status, database. So database is started or not. So that one we have to check it out. Right? See here. So I stopped the database. So there is a one important thing, one important command. So R3 trans hyphen D. If you execute it, it will check the connectivity to the database. It will check the application will have the connectivity to the database or not. This command will check. This is very, very important. How to check the connectivity between the SAP application and database by using the R3 trans-D. There is a one trans log wherever you executed. There is a one trans log will be generated. Trans dot log will be generated. So there we can find out the so whether the connection, the communication to the system. So the communication to the system and everything, it will be displayed here. It will be displayed here whether communicating SQL error, connection failed, it's not started. So connection failed, it's down, something like that. It will tell you. So now, so we need to, and also here we can also find out the what is the database name for this one NH5. If you go to the profile, CD profile, if you go to the default profile, here we can find out the what is the so details, what is the database SID, database details, all the information we can find out here. So profiles are the important thing here. DB details we got it here, right? So then so first start the so H database first here. Without starting the database, then when you start the without starting the database, when you start the SAP application, it won't work here. So first start the database here. So then you can start the application. Why? Because SAP, as per the architecture, SAP will depend upon the database here. Right? This is the DB. Then on top of where SAP application is hosted here. So basement we need to start first. Then only the main thing we have to start it here. Basement and main thing here. So this is the SAP application here, and this is the database here. So DB we have to start it. Then only application will start it here. So now you see the SAP startup problem. SAP is unable to start it here. There is a issue. SAP unable to start the SAP application here. So without starting the DB, if you start the SAP, it won't start. So first start the so database. So now database is getting started here. You can see. So now how can I check what is the my database SID and host name? So if you go to the profile here, we can find out the profiles here. Right? In the profiles, we can find out. Then how to check the connection test means R3 trans hyphen D with SID ADM user. If you use the R3 trans hyphen D, if the results are so 12, then there is a issue. If results are 0, then successfully it is connected here. it is successfully connecting to the your system here. So now see another database is started here. So now log into the system NH5 ADM, NH5 ADM, then execute the R3 trans hyphen D, R3 trans hyphen D. Now you see the connection results are 0. So which means application can able to ping, can able to connect to the database here. Now you can use the start SAP command. Now start SAP command you can use it here. Start SAP command you can use it here. Now see database is running status here. Then ASS is started now. Now SAP also is getting started now. Right, it started here. So now you can log in from the your logon pad. See, now it is got started here. So this way when the SAP is not starting up, not started, so first thing is the connection to the SAP, connection to the database. Then check the is there any file system got 100% full. So then you can bring up the database and you can start the SAP instances, ASS, and the five instance numbers. You can start it here one by one. Okay, so now it started. Yeah. This way we have to troubleshoot the SAP related.